Okay, it looks like they're working now. Call to order the regular common council meeting, Monday, July 20th, 7:07 p.m. Roll call.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes. Next item is Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance.
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Confirmation of appropriate meeting notice.
Meeting was noticed on Friday, July 17th. Agendas were posted at the Post Office Library and City Hall.
Thank you. Council acceptance of agenda.
Make a motion to accept?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Braun,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Motion passes. Next item is the minutes from July 6th.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
Any corrections or additions?
Yes. On page 5, under 2nd Burdick Street, 6th line down, the S in has is capitalized.
Oh,
Also, are alderperson reports not on the minutes? Did they not get added?
they do not.
Okay.
okay, anyone else? It's okay to approve that with that little change without,
That's a Scrivener's error.
okay. Roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke, Burdick,
Yes. Motion passes. Committee reports and Finance Committee.
Yes, Finance met this evening before council. And I'll make a motion to approve pay request number 1 from RT Fox Contractors for the West Rollins Street project in the amount of $401,169.65.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke, Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve pay request number 2 from RT Fox Contractors for the Marshview Court Pond Project in the amount of $75,465.94.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke, Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve bills and payroll in the amount of $706,034.40.
Second.
Any questions on the bills? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke, Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Motion passes.
And there were no licenses to approve this evening. I'll make a motion to approve seal coating bids for Henry/West Rollin parking lot to the low bidder of Archambault asphalt sealing and striping in the amount of $2,350.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke, Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve bid for parking lot improvements for Veterans Park to the low bidder, which was Riley Paving Service, in the amount of $7,500.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke. Yes. Burdick.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve bid for sidewalk and curbing at Veterans Park to the low bidder of Yeski Construction Company, Inc., which would include a 6-foot width for a total of approximately $11,547.50, which could change slightly as the bid was for 5 foot, but we are approving the 6-foot width.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke. Yes. Burdick.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve bid for compost site improvements to the low bidder, which was Lemke Fence of Jefferson, in the amount of $5,933.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke. Yes. Burdick.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve an ED grant for 13 Swift Street, one in the amount of $2,400 for electrical/HVAC, and the other in the amount of $3,000 for the plumbing.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke. Yes. Burdick.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve a facade grant for 13 Swift Street for windows in the amount of $1,246.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke. Yes. Burdick.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve amendment to City of Edgerton Resolution 26-19B, 2020 salary resolution.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke. Yes. Burdick.
Yes.
Motion passes.
And I motion to approve the second reading and adoption of City of Edgerton Ordinance 20-04, amend Chapter 14 Facet Cemetery, Section 14.05, Rules and Regulations.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke. Yes. Burdick.
Yes.
Motion passes.
And that's it for finance.
Thank you. Anything from Public Works?
Yep.
Okay.
Public Works met last week, Thursday the 16th. We went over the Marlboro stormwater, our storm sewer project. We had sent out surveys to the residents, trying to get all residents to buy into the fact of what we were going to do. We actually had originally 2 no responses, but one of them did show up and gave us the okay, so which left 1 no response, but he's the next door neighbor, the no response, and said she didn't quite understand it, so he's going to get with her, and we're probably sure we're going to get all okays, or did we get that back?
I was
You-
able to speak to
Oh, you went out?
that resident and the one next door, now we have 6 yeses.
So we've got all yeses,
Wonderful.
so the Marlboro storm sewer will go through. Everybody's going to do it then. You guys will be seeing that. So, compost, you guys already went on that. You saw the packet. We went over that and agreed with everything. You already just approved the payment for it. Lane markings, oh, that's a staff report over there. Street projects, Henderson still has to be done, right? Is that the only one left? And you might want to bring up Rollins Street and Albion, the corner and intersection up here in case you get questions on it. It's probably going to be 2 weeks it'll be shut down. so you'll probably be getting some calls on it, but Howard might want to go over that later. He's got detours all set up, and it's just the intersection that's going to be blocked, so the rest of the roads will be open. Because it's a very extensive project, as Howard will go over. I think that's LED lights, yeah, you covered that. Howard's got the rest of it, I think. So Rollins Street, mid-September, still?
I'm sorry?
Mid-September for Rollins Street to be finished, that's, totally, so. Other than that, I'll leave the rest to Howard when it comes up to staff reports. Thank you.
Thank you. Utility Commission, I know we got a couple things there.
Yeah, so utilities met last Monday, the 13th, and for the first item, we have Jim Capellan here, who is the chair of the Utilities Commission, that we're going to turn it over to Jim for a few things.
So we can get him a microphone?
Who should, yeah.
Hello. I asked the mayor if I'd be able to address the council tonight because we have some new members on the council that maybe don't understand the workings of the sewer and water utilities. And so I've been the chair for 24 years, and being on the utility commission is a little different than just about any other committee in the city because the Edgerton utility is a business. It gets no taxpayer funds. It has to live and die on the services it sells, and it's supported by the funding from its customers that are paying their utility bills. In fact, the utility paid $192,000 in property taxes last year. So they're actually paying towards city property taxes. Budgeting is always difficult, as anybody on the council will know. If the utility spends more than it earns, rates have to go up. And the water utility is governed by the rules of the Public Service Commission, the PSC. If the water utility doesn't make the PSC set rate of return, the PSC can force a rate study and a subsequent rise in rates to bring the rate of return on their investment into that goal. The sewer utility is not regulated by the PSC. The only regulation is that it must stay financially responsible. And you haven't. Back in 1996, we had a rate study, and it cost us about $7,000 or so for the rate study, and then we ended up raising the rates, and that ended up getting a lot of people that were on council heard about it real quickly. So we try to avoid that. And also in 1996, the utility purchased a financial forecasting tool, which is basically an Excel spreadsheet with a whole bunch of formulas and everything. And what we do is we put in our projects, the cost of our projects, how the increases in prices of operating material, and how our borrowing affects the bottom line. And that tool extends that out over 5 years so we can see where we're going in 5 years, and we can move projects around so that we get a steady line of expenses and revenues. And this has been a great success. The utility has instituted a number of 3% rate increases at times to keep up with the cost of inflation. The utility has also scheduled projects to decrease borrowing when possible. In 1996, the commission stated they'd like to have each of the utilities financially able to handle a project each year costing $100,000 without having to borrow for it. We have accomplished that goal and have done many projects by paying for them with revenues without borrowing. Having just built a new $11 million wastewater treatment plant, the sewer utility did not need a rate increase due to the grant and a super reasonable loan. A little show and tell. I brought a bottle of water that I picked up at Sam's Club, and buying in bulk, it cost 20 cents. For our utility customers in the city, we can send you a gallon of water. It's at your faucet. You can do whatever you want with it. You can flush it back down the toilet. You can run it down the sink. And we deliver that and get it back, clean it all up so it goes into the river and meets all the requirements of the DNR. And we do that for less than 2 cents per gallon. So. And you don't have to recycle the bottle because you can put it in your glass. And I would like to also thank all the members of the Utility Commission over the years, and also the city staff They helped a lot. Our Utilities Director, Randy Oren, Administrator, Ramona. Howard has helped by helping coordinating street projects so that they match our Cedar Corp engineers who did a great job on our wastewater treatment plant and a lot of other, the engineering. And then lastly, the guys in the pits. For water, we have Tom Pennycamp working for us and Jeff Miller. And for sewer, Jim Riley and Zach Nelson. And I also thank the City Council along the last 24 years. They've been great to work with and they've backed us up. Thank you all for being on utility team. Thank you.
Thank you for the time you've put in here, and
Thank you.
thanks for not stressing me out again.
You going somewhere, Jim?
And I would agree. I sit on Utilities Commission, and Jim runs a very, very efficient meeting, and we're very thankful to have him as chair. Thank you for that, Jim. The other part of the update for utility, which is a wonderful story, we had the DNR did their annual report card for the wastewater treatment plant, and we went through that at Monday's meeting. And there are 10 categories, and they're graded. Each category is graded with a letter and grade point, and all 10 categories we received an A, or a grade point of 4, which is phenomenal, which is great since we have a new wastewater treatment plant. But I know in past years we've not always had A's because of the old failing plants. So this is phenomenal. So it was a nice report coming from Randy.
Thank you. Thank you, Randy. Must be muted out there.
Yes, thanks, Randy. And there you go. And thanks all your guys. And Jim had indicated who all of Randy's staff were, and they do a very good job too at each of the utilities meeting, providing a report for each area. So they really keep us updated. So that's it from utilities.
Thank you. It's a good job by everybody, and it's an important job by everybody that's involved in that. So, okay, RDA.
We met earlier this evening before Finance, and all 3 items that we voted on were addressed earlier under the grants for 13 Swift Street by Finance Committee.
All right, thank you.
You passed the resolution, did I miss it? Was I asleep for that part?
Number
We
2
did
under
not.
utilities.
Oh, yeah, we got a motion on that.
Oh, I guess we're just, thanks. Can we back up? I apologize. I was so excited about the A. I guess we have to approve it. It doesn't do us any good unless we approve it.
Well, we probably should since it did so well.
We should. I'll make a motion to adopt City of Edgerton Resolution Number 10-20, adopting the 2019 Compliance Maintenance Report.
Second.
Dan, I'll second it.
Okay. Let it take it.
Okay, since I already checked that off before, that's why I
I'm
skipped
sorry.
over it. Any other discussion on that? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Radke,
Sounds like a yes to me.
yes,
I don't know.
I think that's a yes.
Burdick,
Yes, that was a yes.
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Motion passes. Okay, we're done with RDA. The next item is to consider approving the second reading adoption of City of Edgerton Ordinance 20-03, amend section 3.08, all votes shall be recorded, and section 3.36, right of descent of the Code of General Ordinances.
Make a motion to approve the second reading and adoption of City of Edgerton Ordinance 20-03, amend Section 3.08. All votes should be recorded, and Section 3.36, right of descent of the Code of General Ordinances.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Braun,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Motion passes. Okay, how about an update on the swimming pool? Discuss and consider if changes are needed.
All right, so in front of you, I have pool updates, and it's just looking at July 1st through the 19th, day-to-day operations. And so when you take a look at our 5-year average of the pool patrons, you can see that this year we actually are above our 5-year average, which I was really surprised at when I went through, because we haven't turned anybody away at all. And I also have broken it down in the second group of boxes that I showed you the averages that we have for the Monday, for each open swim session. And you can see that we're well below our 50%. Again, our busiest day so far has been July 6th, which was 213 people. And that was for the entire 3.5 hours. So at no time has there been anywhere near close to our 50%. And then when I did the pool revenues, this does not include the concession stand. So this is just coming through the daily admissions for the pool itself. And again, we're above. But then we also have not had any season passes. So that information from the June obviously isn't, we're going to be behind because we don't have those. But when I compare the day-to-day operation for revenues and patrons, we're doing extremely well. My adult time has been extremely busy, so I've had to break my early bird swim up into 2 sessions, and then also now we added Monday and Wednesday, and we also have sign-ups for that too. And then also the 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock time, that was the same. That was after our first day of lap swim, so that's been the same. Water aerobics I've had to change because last Monday it was extremely busy, so we've added another water aerobics time, and also they're doing swim, the Sign Up Genius as well. So all of the adult times are filling up, but there are some openings, but we've had to add more just because it's so busy. So it's nice to see that the adults want to get in the water, and the weather has been cooperating a lot too. When you take a look at our open swim times, the weekends typically are slower except for the second session. So the 3 to 6:30 is our busier time, probably because people are doing different chores or going to church or whatever, but it's not as busy at the first one. And then during the week, it's always busier in our our first session instead of the second session. And every day I have lots and lots of people say thank you for taking the time to open up the pool and to be open so that they have something to do recreationally and outside. So they're very appreciative of that.
Right. Well, thank you, and thank the staff for keeping it safe for everybody that does show up there, so they can continue to appreciate coming down there.
Yeah, they are doing a really nice job, and it's become habit of what they need to do when they do the sanitizing. It's really nice that they just go and they do it.
They're constantly, I mean, I always go by and see, they're always out there.
They're out there
everything
every
they're
single
doing. It's
time that
fantastic.
my guards rotate, and then I have concessions also sanitizing, and then my cashiers are sanitizing in the bathhouse. So it's going very well.
Always.
Nice job.
And thanks for addressing that couple of those issues that we talked. That was good.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was,
Yeah,
Casey?
I just had a
we were already
question.
on it.
yeah, that's fine.
If you attend both sessions the same day, do you count twice?
Correct. So, but they have to pay both
That
times
was
too.
my
That
next
is something
question.
new
They
this
pay-
year. In the first couple days, people were questioning it and not very excited about paying a second time.
Sure.
But they're understanding that, and they also understand why we don't have season passes, because I would hate to reach maximum and then turn away a season pass holder. I mean, that's not what I want to do.
Thank you.
Well, thanks again. Mayor, Alderperson, and staff reports. Howard, did you want to give a report on the closing of Albion in the future here?
Yeah, so the Rollins Street project is moving right along. Sanitary sewer construction is almost to Albion. They're basically stopping now. They're going to cap that and move back to Henry and start the storm sewer installation. They're anticipating that taking about a week and a half, at which point they will get to the intersection of Albion and Rollin, which will be closed down for potentially 2 weeks. Access to City Hall and the library will still be open. We'll try to limit the closure to just the intersection. During that time, we'll be detouring traffic. We don't have all the details just yet, but we're thinking of pushing most of the traffic over to Swift Street and possibly construction traffic over to Mechanic during that time. We have the compost grinding is going to start Wednesday. The equipment is showing up tomorrow, and the grinding will begin Wednesday morning with the hope of finishing on Friday. And our LED light conversion, there are only 9 fixtures remaining at Central Park that need to get changed out, and we're hoping that'll be done tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
I had a question. Yep, I had a question. Do we have any kind of guarantee that the Albion intersection will be done before September?
Guarantee? No.
No?
Nope. Anytime you
That's
open up,
working under the assumption that school will happen in September, but yeah.
I have a lot of confidence in RT Fox, though.
Okay.
As long as the weather.
By the substantial completion date, which is in September?
Yes.
If that's substantial completion, then they're going to have the underground done
Sure.
a lot sooner.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any risk with that intersection.
Good.
I mean, they have to have curb, gutter, there's a ton of work that has to happen yet after this, so they'll get the underground done fast.
Yeah, good. Good.
Okay, I got one thing. I got to be on TV again today and on the radio Friday. The really fun parts of this job, but if you have not filled out your census, do so. We are losing right now to Milton. And remind people in the city here to get out and get their census done, because of Milton, Janesville, and us, the 2 lower ones at September 7th are buying the winner's pizza. And I told them there's 30 of us here, so
Oh, not the
have
whole
plenty of
town.
pizza. For the councils.
Okay.
So we got a big council here. But right now, we're 8/10 behind Milton. We're at 78.6%. And if we're counting people, I don't know how they know how many there is to count to begin with if they're getting that percentage that small, but that must be the ones they sent out, so that must be the return. But so if you know anybody that has not filled it out, 2020census.gov. Not that hard to do, especially if somebody does it for you. So,
That's the deadline, September 7th?
for our challenge
For the
here.
challenge, okay.
Yes. So, one other thing, it would have been Tobacco Days weekend last weekend, but things have changed this year a little bit, so I did not get down to the car show. I thought about it, and then it rained, so I said, well, they're going to leave anyhow, so a good share of them. So it was a little different Tobacco Days this year, so hopefully next year, or even maybe this fall, if they want to try and get something together, that they can put something on next year, even bigger and better. That's all I have.
Does Attorney Morgan have any news about the contract we asked you to look into last meeting?
For the grinding?
Yes, to see if there are any.
I spoke with Howard, and there was no recourse, there was no holdback. We had, the bid was for 12 hours, or 10 to 12 hours, if memory serves. They performed us a bit over 12 hours, so I can't even make an argument that we were led to believe that they would be performing more service, so they're have to be paid for their work.
Okay.
Thanks for checking into that.
Kirsten has something, yeah?
Yeah, if
if I can just do a quick library update as well.
Okay.
So our, things are going well with our open hours and our parking lot pickup, and then starting on Monday, we're going to be expanding the open hours and continuing parking lot pickup, so that's positive for us. And because of social distancing, we are unable to do programs in the library, but we're going to try a couple outdoor events, one at Central Park on July 27th, just an informal drop-in with a clown and sidewalk chalk painting, and then the Hedberg Library Bookmobile is going to visit Edgerton. So we'll have a couple outdoor kind of programs, so.
Okay, who's the clown?
Apple Annie is her name.
Apple Annie.
I thought maybe it was somebody here.
Present company excluded.
Anyone else? Otherwise, I think it's adjournment on the next one here.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion and a second to adjourn. Roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
Radke. Yes. Burdick,
Yes.
Braun.
Yes.
Thank you. We are adjourned.